I think that the artist as a person, as a human being, is no more different in a sense as the next guy. But I think art, and particularly music, is a form of magic. And I say particularly music because if you go into a church and they usually use music in the church with the service, and that whole ritual concept, the music seems to be part of the lethargy that happens. It touches the spirit and picks people up. And not music just instrumentally, in the voices, in the movement, and the whole thing in the church is a rhythmical music happening. It's not silence. It's language. And it's been copied from the Baptist right on to Catholic and Protestant. They have their kind of little stuff with the Bach chorals and etc. But the point I'm making is that you can have different churches of every nation of different religions, and each person goes separately, and seldom you see them mix that. But you go to a club and you'll find maybe 2 or 3 people from each one of these denominations listening jazz. So this music is a commoner for spirituality. There's a common spirituality in this music. And also musicians, I could say artists too, but I know from musicians' life, musicians get caught up in being a musician because we don't know from a can of paint when we begin what will happen to us when we buy a little horn when we're young or try to learn to play it right. But what happens is like happens with anybody. It could be a guy that's a painter or writer. You want to be better at it. And if you sketch, you want to be better at it. And so in order to be better at it in this business, you have to move more into the social thing of it, which is engaging to your personality. Say you may come in a very naive guy wanting to learn music or congos or bongos. In order to, when you touch any professional side of it, there's a lifestyle with that already before you got there. So as you continue to play better, you get kind of locked in and trapped into being a musician. You get a choice down the line, or you want to be better, or you just want to quit and become something else. But usually at that breaking point, if you go into being a musician, then you're going to be dealing with magic. And you don't know this. The next thing, you are playing with other musicians and you see now this is a form of communication that you can have something to say without a word. And so it's a form of magic. Now when you go play somewhere, and when you play somewhere, it becomes obvious because after you play some tunes and play for an hour or so, you see how people are affected. What you do is very effective on people's spirit, mentality, and so. So then you can stop playing after the gig, and you're no longer a magician. You're another person at the bar after the gig with friends saying, I enjoyed, what they're really saying, I enjoyed the magic you created. Welcome back to sit on the couch and have a cup of tea.